Then I took a smidge and applied it down there.
This one's wife. Vroom, vroom. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. No, I have not entered the sound effect industry, but rather that's a clue to something that's being stated about Prince Harry. Molly Quirk writes in the Mirror, Prince Harry's Legend of Aviation Award would have Prince Philip turning in his grave. Prince Harry is set to be recognised at the 21st Annual Living Legends of Aviation Awards for his contribution to aviation and aerospace while working as a British Army veteran and pilot. See parts passing for commentary on that. Now, a petition sprung up seeking to prevent this from happening, but it would appear that the awards givers were rather defensive in relation to that and issued a statement along the lines of suggesting that they were not going to engage in the negativity, and basically suggesting that the reason that Harry's getting the award is not so much because he's a legend in the air, which one would have thought is the whole point of being a legend of aviation, but rather that he has gone near things that fly, in effect. But because he's done a lot of things and he's somebody who has been in a helicopter, that qualifies him for that he's done a lot in and around helping those of the military, etc. Well, that's as may be, but it seems to me a rather elastic concept with regard to being a legend of aviation. I rather thought that a legend of aviation is someone that has done a lot of flying, somebody perhaps who's particularly skilled at flying, someone who perhaps has revolutionized flight, has made a discovery which has created something advantageous for the aviation industry, somebody that's pushed the barriers in relation to aviation feats. Oh, for instance, the longest flight taken, furthest distance travelled, greatest height, altitude achieved, those types of things. But instead, it seems to be that because he had a bit of a brush with a helicopter and he's done some good things in the military, he's going to get this award. By extension, doesn't that mean that anybody who's ever taken a flight anywhere would qualify as a potential legend of aviation? Yes, I once flew KLM from Edinburgh to Amsterdam and back again, and I spent 30 years as a lollipop man ushering children across the road. Those are all good works. I've been in a plane. Make me a legend of aviation, suggests Tom Montrose of Fife. Or perhaps Molly, who lives in Dorset, and she's flown from Southampton to Jersey to go and have a look at the Jersey war tunnels. And in her part-time, she's volunteered repeatedly helping out at a hospital at their volunteer service. She's been on a plane and she's done good things. Make her a legend of aviation. Well, that appears to be what they're doing with Harry. The Duke of Sussex, the article continues, completed 2 tours of Afghanistan as a forward air controller and piloting an Apache helicopter. Though, as many people have pointed out, he didn't actually do that. He was a co-pilot. The Living Legends of Aviation Awards will be held on January the 19th in Beverly Hills, and I'm sure you're all excited for it. But amid the talk of Harry receiving his award, a columnist has slammed the Duke of Sussex and said that his grandfather, Prince Philip, would be rotating in his grave. Writing for Mail Online, columnist Ephraim Hardcastle said, Harry's Living Legends of Aviation Awards on Friday would have his grandfather Philip rotating in his grave. He gained his RAF wings in 1953, flew for 44 years, and clocked up nearly 6,000 hours in more than 60 types of plane. Now, that's a legend of aviation, someone who's done lots of flying and lots of different planes. The columnist added, the Duke of Edinburgh would surely enjoy a celestial chuckle at Kensington councillor Emma Dent Code's observation, Harry can't actually fly a helicopter, he just sits there going, vroom, vroom. This comes as the world reacts to the chatter around Prince Harry being awarded with a Living Legends of Aviation award, which will happen later this week in Beverly Hills. Hosted by Hollywood actor and qualified pilot John Travolta, who of course parks his plane by his house. He has a runway in his back garden. Harry will take his place alongside other aviation and aerospace legends, including Buzz Aldrin, Tom Cruise, Harrison Ford, and Morgan Freeman. Harry's aviation award comes after he and this one's wife, were snubbed at the Primetime Emmys, with them likely left feeling wounded. I wonder if somebody has been listening to my work. The duo didn't attend the glamorous bash in Hollywood on Monday night after failing to make the cut for nominees, despite their explosive 2022 Netflix docuseries shooting to the top of the charts in 2023. PR expert Lynn Carrott recently told us, "This one's wife and Harry may feel slightly wounded by not receiving an Emmy nomination, despite their Harry and This One's Wife docuseries becoming a record for the biggest debut for a Netflix documentary, reaching more than 28 million households. But they were up against some tough competition for nominations." Thus, an ending with demonstrating how the snub causes a problem for the narcissist, but also ridicule for Harry and the suggestion that his grandfather would essentially be shaking his head thinking, "Idiot boy." It's undoubtedly the case that Prince Philip would have been less than impressed with this award and would have probably scoffed at it. He, a narcissist himself, would have engaged in a dismissive attitude towards Harry. How might this one's wife view this suggestion of the award? Well, in terms of the award itself, there'll be character trait acquisition on her part, whereby she will commandeer this achievement, in inverted commas, of Harry's as if it were her own, and bask in the reflected glory. However, where her narcissism perceives that it becomes something that is roundly being ridiculed, it will then cause her to distance herself from it. So it depends on the circumstances, demonstrating the way that the narcissist is never nailed down to a particular approach, but adopts that flexible, chameleon-like approach to life. Where people praise this award, she will talk as if it's her own, and how integral she was involved in encouraging him to put himself forward for the award, i.e. purchase it. Where he's ridiculed for it, she'll back away and say, "See, Harry, I told you it was a bad idea," revision of history, "you ought not to have done it, people are just laughing at you now because you didn't really actually helicopter pilot at all, did you? This is just another lie that you've told to go with all the other ones that you've fed to me." And thus, her narcissism maintains that flexibility. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.